college algebra. I'd like to work number 14 and 20. To start with, on number 14, it says to solve using an appropriate substitution. That's not quite what I would do. I would notice that this is x to the fourth and x squared. And so it's quadratic in form. That means it's like a quadratic. I can start then by moving everything to the left, setting the equation equal to 0. Okay, so I'm going to factor by grouping. I need factors of 9 times 25 that add or subtract to be negative 34. 9 times 25 is 225, but if you'll notice, 9 plus 25 is 34. So I can use 9x to the fourth minus 9x squared. So instead of x squared and x, we have x to the fourth and x squared minus 25x squared plus 25. So this is the factor by grouping that I showed you in 1.5 with quadratics. So it works the same way. Now I'm going to take a greatest common factor out of these two terms. So that's going to be 9x squared. And then I'm going to write what was left after I did that. I should have x squared minus 1. Okay, and then I need to do the same thing for the second pair. But I have to take out a negative 25. The negative has to come out since it's the first term, which leaves me with x squared. And then because I took out a negative, this will also be minus 1. Because the negative times a negative turns back to positive 25. Also remember that when you do the factoring, these two terms should be the same. So now I have x squared minus 1 and 9x squared minus 25. Okay, now generally, well, before in 1.5 when it was quadratic, we would be done. But both of these are perfect squares and can factor again. So x squared minus 1 is x plus 1, x minus 1. This orange one factors to 3x minus 5 and 3x plus 5 because they're perfect squares. So the square root of 9 is 3 and the square root of 25 is 5. So I need to set each of those equal to 0. So let's do the easiest ones first. We'll get x equals 1, x equals negative 1, and then this is going to come out to negative 5/3 and positive 5/3. Move the 5 and divide by 3. So you have 4 separate answers on that one that need to be listed. Okay, number 20, it has a video that you can watch if you would like to do that. It also gives you a formula where it tells you that t is the number of seconds and d is feet. So whenever it comes down here and it says his hang time for the shot was approximately 1.11 seconds, I know that that has to be t. So that's going to go in place of the t in my formula that was given. And then I just need to solve for d. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 2. And then to cancel the square root, I need to square both sides. So d will be whatever 2.22 times 2.22 is. You may have missed this problem if you didn't round it. So if I go over to the calculator, it comes out to 4.92. So if that's rounded to the 10th, that would mean for my answer, I would put in 4.9 feet.